Okay, so we're on the second path to glory. And what have we got? This looks a bit dirty for 750 points.
It might be a bit dirty for 750 points. So we've got our Vengorian Lord in Avengorii Dynasty with Eye for an Eye trait, Arcane Tome, and Spirit Gale. We've got 2 units of Fellbats. And for the 1 unit of Battle Line, we've got a Terrorgeist with the Urges of Atrocity for the once per game run in charge. And then everything is in a battle regiment, so it's 1 drop.
So tell us a little bit about your general and where you're from.
So we're from the realm of Gur, because we're Avengorii, from the Saskatchewan Desert. And then we've got... I still haven't decided whether to make her a Telerigerin or just an original character, but we'll get there.
Yeah, cool. So what's your territory and things like that like? Just
the
for
territory,
the people?
I've picked Wild Lands because I need an extra monster. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Spirit Gale's the spell. I'm just debating whether to go for an extra spell or some glory points.
For your first quest.
I suspect it's going to be some glory points.
Cool. Well, we'll do a bit of a recap at the end and see how things have progressed. And against the Dirty Soulblight, what have we got?
We have Stormcast from the Astral Templars Stormhost.
Nice.
So I've got a unit of 5 Sequitors, unit of 10 Sequitors, Knight Incantor, all being led by Lord Arcanum on Celestial Dracoline.
Cool. So what can you tell us about this group?
So, their chamber is called the Spell Tearers, and they specialise in scouring the realms for all sorts of magical treasures that cannot be allowed to fall into the hands of various enemies of Sigmar. I basically want to set up a great big warehouse, much like the one at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Sounds good. Right, we'll do a recap at the end, see where things are going. Spells, things like that. Have you got what does your Templar woman know? Did you say?
So Lord Arcanum's got the Dauntless Hunters and God Beast plate, as I have to have them for Astral Templars. So she gets a free 6-inch move, I think it is, at the start of the game, and enemy monsters are at -1 to wound her.
Nice. So yeah. And
the spell is Flaming Weapon on her. And the wee Knight Incantor has got Azurite Halo as a spell.
Cool. Right, let's get things set up and we shall be back shortly.
So we have deployment with the... I won the roll-off and chose to be the ambusher. So Spagus Stormcast have set up in this corner next to the arcane Dankhold. So what was your thinking?
So I'm looking to add some endless spells to the archive. So if I get a wizard next to that and keep her there for the entire game, then I'll get to add the Hammernado to my repertoire.
Cool. And then over here, I've come on in ambush. I've just decided I'm going to go 12 away and try to murder things. So we've got the monsters in the centre of the bats either side, blocking off a route to the alternative arcane piece, is the idea, at least. And I think that is... And then you have a pre-game move.
That I do.
Go ahead and do that. Oh, good. You're coming closer. Ideal.
There we go.
So then it'll be into... Well, yes, I'm going to be going first.
Very good. It won't help.
What do you mean it won't help?
Okay, so... Eric has just done his hero phase. You want to go over what you've done?
Yeah, it was fairly simple, really. So our heroic actions, we both ended up going for the extra command point, which I got and you didn't. And then it was just spell. The Vengorian is able to use command abilities this turn, thankfully. It didn't roll a 1. And then she cast 2 spells, so she cast Spirit Gale on the Sequitors and did nothing. And she's also put Mystic Shield on the Terrorgeist for +1 to save on it. So, into movement.
Okay, that's the movement phase concluded.
Yep. So basically, everything's moved forwards to... The bats are just going to position themselves to get them in the way of things. And then the Vengorian and Terrorgeist have moved 3 away from units. And now the Terrorgeist is going to scream at some Sequitors.
Nice. Wait, not nice.
So a d6 plus 6, looking to beat your bravery. For 6, yes! 12, so that'll be 5 mortal wounds.
Oh well.
Nice. And is that the end of shooting then?
And that's the end of shooting.
2 dead Stormcast. Now going into charging.
Yes, so with the Avengorii Lord, gets a 7. So we'll go whee. Aye. And then the Terrorgeist gets lots, but it's just going to go here. Do you have any charge phase stuff?
No.
So end of the charge phase, I do monstrous actions. So the Vengorian is going to roar at the Sequitors. Yes.
Yep.
And then the Vengorian, yeah, whichever, and then the other one's going to stomp. Yep. For another 1 mortal wound. Go. So we've got Terrorgeist is going first. So we've got 3 attacks with the Fanged Maw, hitting on, well, I've gone with all out attack. So I'm hitting on 3s, but looking for 6s, because it's a Terrorgeist. So get 2 hits. Wounding on, it's only your general and -1 to wound, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, cool. So wounding on 3s. So that's 1 at -2.
6 up save.
Yeah.
Nope.
D6 damage for 1.
5 up ward. Nope.
Cool. Right, so I forgot about the claws, but it ended up not mattering as I rolled my attacks, rolled my damage, and he made all his wards. So, the Stormcast have now piled in, so we've got 2 into the Vengorian and 2 into the Terrorgeist. So yeah, off we go.
Okay. So I have got my Sergeant plus another one with the big hammers into the Terrorgeist.
Yep. You're
Yep.
at -1 to wound, because you're not a monster.
-1 to wound, because I'm not a monster, so it's 3s and 4s, rend 1, 2 damage each.
You're not rend 1 either.
Yeah. All hits.
All hits.
And that is 2 wounds.
So I'm on a 4 up. You're not got your rend because you're in combat with the Vengorian, and I've got Mystic Shield, so I'm on a 3 up.
Yep.
So that's 1 through.
2 damage.
2 damage. I'm not getting my Deathless actually because of where I am. Whoops. So yeah, 2 damage.
Dorian.
2 into the Vengorian first. Sorry.
Are these -1 to wound as well?
Yes, because I am a monster.
Right, I'll remember this time. Because you're a monster, I'm at +1 to hit.
Okay.
So 2s and 5s.
2 5.
No rend, 1 damage.
So we got 3.
3 hits. 3 wounds.
3 wounds. Cool. So no, I haven't all out defense, so I'm just on a 3 up save. For 3 saved.
Excellent.
Damn it! I needed you to hurt me.
No.
Right, now it's the Vengorian.
Okay.
Vengorian Lord, so we're starting off with a Saber with 4 attacks. At, oh, am I gonna? Screw it, I'm gonna all out attack. I've got a point. So we're 2s and 3s now. So that'll. Why couldn't that have been the Terrorgeist? So that's 4 hits.
Absolutely not.
Wounding on 3s. Oh no. 1 at -1
5 up save.
for 2 damage.
Yeah. 5 up ward.
Nope. And then we've got 3 attacks with the talons. 3s and 3s. Nope. No, 2s. No, yeah, 3s and 3s because I'm 4s normally. And then wounding on a 3. Yep, so it's another 1 at -1.
5 up save.
Yep.
Excellent.
And d6 attacks with her tail. 5. At 3s and 4s. Good work.
Proud of you.
But it does wound, no rend.
4 up.
Naturally, 1 damage.
Ward. No. So you take a wound.
Yep.
Not that you are long for this world anyway, but...
Oh, yes. Whoops. And yeah, that's it done. Oh, I killed a model. I got no wounds to regenerate. Oh well.
Okay. Battle shock.
Yep.
I lose you anyway, as you are out of coherency.
Well, you would roll for battle shock before losing to coherency.
Oh.
Yeah. So 4 plus 4 is 8. So you'd lose 1.
Anyway.
You lose them anyway.
Yeah. Ah well. And that'll be the end of your turn 1 then.
Yes.
Very good.
Right, so that is the Stormcast hero phase complete. So what did we go through?
So, my general, Lord Arcanum, is using Finest Hour, as I intend to have her batter something.
Yep, I've considered Finest Hour, but I've ended up going for a command point.
Then I managed to cast Azurite Halo on the little unit of 5 Sequitors over here, but I failed to cast Flaming Weapon over here. And that is it for my hero phase.
Cool, so now we're into movement. So we're at the end of the movement phase. Yeah, things have moved up a little bit.
So yep, unit of Sequitors is making a move on the Vengorian, as is my Lord Arcanum.
Cool. Right, so you've got no shooting, so it'll be straight into charges.
Straight into charges.
Cool.
Lord Arcanum, charging. That'll do.
That'll do.
So, through to there. Unit of Sequitors, charging.
Well, that'll do.
That'll do. Like so.
Yeah. So at the end of the charge phase, the Vengorian is going to roar at the Arcanum. And get it on a 3, on a 6. So no command abilities from the Arcanum. And then the Terrorgeist will stomp the Sequitors. Yes, for 2 mortal wounds. So then it's combat phase, and who's going first?
So I am going to go with my Lord Arcanum first.
Okay.
So I'm going to tear lumps out of your thing.
Are you now?
It's
Are you now?
as easy as it sounds.
Watch
but
me.
the Vengorian Lord is going to use the command point it had on itself for all-out defense.
Yep. 4 attacks with the Aether Staff, 2s and 2s, round 1 d3 damage.
Yep. Good work. Oh, you're -1 to wound, remember.
Oh, 2s and 3s there.
Yep. That'll do. So it would be rend 1 normally.
Yep.
So no rend, so 2 up save. There we go.
And 3 attacks, 2s and 2s, round 1 damage, 2s and 3s because you're -1 to wound.
Yep. That'll do.
All hits. 1 wound. Round 1.
Saved.
Yep.
I'm going to swing with a Terrorgeist first, actually.
Okay.
I'm going to all-out attack it. So it's 3s and 3s. So 3s and 3s with the Terrorgeist, with its Fanged Maw. Outstanding. Nothing. And then 4 attacks with the Claws at 3s and 3s. That continues to be absolutely wonderful. So that is 1 save at -1.
5 up.
No, so it's 2 damage. No, sorry, it's D3 even, sorry. D3 for 3.
5 up Lord. I get 1.
Cool.
So this time I will use Cycle of the Storm.
Yep.
So one of them dies, but I pick them right back up.
Cool. And it's your unit next.
I am going to pick the unit of Sequitors.
Here, I assume?
Yep, the unit of 5.
Yep.
So starting with the big hammers. -1 to wound, so there'll be 3s and 4s.
Yeah, monster, so you're +1 to hit.
Sorry, 2s and 4s.
2s and
right?
4s.
Rend 1 and 2 damage.
Yeah. That.
All hit.
Why can't I do that?
No.
Not fair. I want to be able to hit you too. So that's 4. So rend 1 normally, reduced to no rend. Yep, 2s. Nah.
Okay.
One.
And I've got 4 attacks with swords, 2s and 5s.
2s and 5s. So that's 3.
3 hits.
1.
1 save. No rend.
Saved.
Okay.
Dirty Avengorii. Right, so then it'll be the Avengorii to attack. So, haven't hurt me, so I'm not +1 damage. So I'm 3, and I'm not +1 to hit this time either. Yeah, I'm going to try and kill your Arcanum.
Okay.
So I'm -1 to wound you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm on 3s and 4s with the sword. For 2. Wounding you on 4s. Nothing. And 3 attacks at 4s and 4s now with the -1. So that's 1. Nothing. And then d6 with the tail for 2 at 4s and 5s. Does nothing.
Oh, it's a shame for that finest hour.
Oh, you were the Arcanum was +1 to wound. For
Yeah.
my finest hour, so cancel that with a -1.
I accounted for that.
Oh, okay, you did. Cool.
That's why it was 2s and 2s. It's normally 3s and 3s. I have +1 to hit because of monster.
Yeah.
I also have +1 to hit because of Pride Leader, but can't get better than that too.
No.
And +1 to wound because of Finest Hour.
So then that just leaves the 4 Secretors.
Yep. There we go. 4 sets of big hammers.
Yeah.
Because I'm not in combat with the Avengorii.
You do have rend, but you're still -1 to wound.
Okay. So 3s and 2s and 4s. That is 6 hits.
Yep.
5 wounds. Rend 1.
Alright, so that takes me back down to 4 up.
Ah, get fucked.
So that's 10 damage.
10 damage.
Yep. And, no, I'm out of range of those, remember?
Yeah.
Put up.
2 left.
2 left. Ouch. Ouch.
Hammer time.
So then it will be... So at the end of the battle round, you have 4 units on the board, so you score 4 victory points.
Yep.
You
didn't kill any.
I haven't killed any yet. And then it'll be priority.
4 victory points. 4-0.
5.
5.
It stays with me.
Yep.
And I think I need to take it because my Terrorgeist is going to die if I don't.
Okay, that is the end of Eric's second hero phase.
Yeah. So, heroic action, we've Finest Houred on the Avengorii Lord. Then we went to cast some spells. We successfully cast Spirit Gale, that was it. Successfully cast it, but did no damage. And then we went for her War Scroll spell for +1 to wound on the unit of Sequitors with the Terrorgeist and failed to cast it. And yeah, that we're into movement. So
We're at the end of the movement phase.
So the bats have positioned themselves sort of 3 away from the enemy units. They're going to be joining in combat. So now, end of movement, we've got the shooting phase, and the Terrorgeist is going to scream at the Sequitors in combat with. But it's only doing d6 +3 on its scream now for 6, so it does nothing. And then it's just charges. So charging, we'll be going with unit bats here, needing a 3 and getting an 8, so they'll be going in. I'll move them in a moment. And then the other bats are going in for an 11. So everyone's in.
Excellent. Right, starting the combat phase. Terrorgeist is all attacking. I will be all out defending.
Yep.
With my lovely remaining unit of Sequitors.
Mm-hmm. Right. So I'm on 3s and 3s. with the jaws. Now, can we finally get a 6, please? Please, pretty please. No,
No.
no. No mortal wounds today. Wounding on 3s for 1 save at -2.
6s.
No,
5 up ward.
for 6 damage. Finally.
Two of them. So that is just the sergeant left.
Cool. So then we've got down to taking 12, so I'm down to 3 attacks with the claws now. 3s and 3s. That's 2 hits. Get a 6 now. And does nothing. Boing.
Good. Right.
Okay, so Laureate Arcanum is going into the Avengorii.
4 attacks, 2s and 4s, because I'm at +1 to wound.
Yep.
All hit.
Yep.
No wounds.
No wounds. Okay.
3 attacks, 2s and 4s from the mount.
Yep, all hit.
All hit. No wounds.
Oh, ouch.
Your turn.
Bats here into the Sequitors.
Okay.
So they're on 4s and 4s. Yeah. Good work. 2 hits.
I'm proud of you. No, really, I am.
But 2 saves. No rend.
Okay, so I have a 4 up save,
Oh, they've only gone and done it.
5 up ward,
Oh, not quite.
1 wound.
1 wound.
I think it's going to be Sequitur.
Yep. Try and kill the Terrorgeist.
Now you have quite a job to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to pile in around to here. It's still in base contact.
Mm-hmm. I think this is going to be a dead Terrorgeist.
I'm not great at
So I can't all-out attack as well with the unit because they've already received an order.
Yep, and I
Yep.
can't allow defense either.
Still at -1 to wound because
Yep.
of that.
Because I'm a monster.
So I am looking at 2s and 4s.
Yep.
Rend 1, 2 damage.
Yep. So we all hit. That hasn't been the problem so far. But no
All wound.
That's going to be a dead Terrorgeist.
Look at his little face.
Yeah, dead Terrorgeist. Whee! But that's new model syndrome for you. Boom.
Eric to pick a unit.
Yep.
He's picked the Avengorii. This thing that will not die.
Well, not even 2.
Not managed to kill one in 2 full games either.
It's not even entertaining the possibility of dying.
I'm beginning to think the command trait's not a good choice. So yeah, I've already issued all out attack, so I can't do that. But I am +1 to wound, so I'm cancelling that out. So everything into the Arcanum. So Saber at 3s and 3s. That's better. And ooh, that is better.
Is that including your -1 to wound?
Yeah, because I'm +1 to wound from
So
the all out finest hour. So 4 at -1.
4 up saves. So fail 2.
That's 4 damage.
Okay.
And we've got 3 attacks at 4s and 3s. Come on, 1 hit. And a 3 does not wound. And then D6 attacks with a tail for 5. At 4s and 4s. So it's got 2, wounding on 4s, 1, so it's no rend.
3 up save.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Sequitors.
Sequitors. Big hammers first.
Yep.
2s and 4s.
Yep.
That's
Fine.
good. Less so.
Fine.
And then I've got 4 attacks with swords.
2s and 5s.
2s and 5s.
Okay.
That'll do.
That'll do.
A bit of overkill for a 2-up, but
Still get the 5s though.
there we go. 2 5s. No rend.
2s. There we go.
Yep.
Just fine. And then the bats. We'll just shuffle this way, but not within 3.
Not within 3.
Actually, no, I will pull it. Yeah, within 3. Right. And then that'll be end of combat. And I still haven't killed a unit.
So go into Stormcast.
So it'll be Stormcast turn 2. So into the hero phase. So it's now the end of the hero phase. Our heroic actions. Spadge has healed 3 wounds on his Lord Arcanum. I went for a command point and didn't get it. And then in the casting front,
Cast Mystic Shield, Lord Arcanum,
Yep.
and got it. And I cast the Spirit Storm from the Knight Incantor and got it.
so yes, the bats and the Avengorii Lord each took a mortal wound and they're -1 to run and charge. So yes, and now it's into movement. So at the end of the movement phase, what have we done?
I have retreated the single remaining Sequitur from the unit of 10.
Yep.
So he's now standing out there. And I have moved the Knight Incantor up a little, still
Oh,
within 1
no.
inch of arcane,
Still within 1 inch of arcane here.
but a little closer to possibly get off Azerite Halo on what remains of the Sequiturs if they're still kicking about.
Oh, they probably will be.
Right.
So there's not going to be any charging, so it'll be our shooting, so it'll be straight into combat.
Straight into combat.
Oh, sorry, end of the charge phase. We're roaring at the Arcanum, funnily enough. Yes.
Stop that. Stop screaming at her.
No, she will not stop screaming at you.
Where is my roll go? There it is. Yeah. I am going to start with the unit of Sequiturs.
Yep.
This time I am going to put 2 hammers and 1 sword into the
Into the bats.
bats.
Cool.
So these are just 3s and 4s.
Yep.
Oh, no,
No,
they're not
there's
ones.
no -1 to wound, but you're still not getting your rend.
Okay. So 3s and 3s, no rend, 2 damage for
Yep.
the hammers into the bats. Good.
Good.
Two saves.
So 2 6-up saves. Nope. That's 4 damage. 4 6s. Oh, I get 1. So a bat has died.
Yeah.
Whoop. And whoop.
2 swords into them. 3 and 4. 1 hit. Doesn't wound.
Good.
2 hammers into your Avengorii Lord.
Yeah. All out defense.
Okay.
No. No. Not all out defense.
2 and 4. 2 hits. 1 wound.
1 wound. So 3-up save. Yes.
And 2 swords. 2 and 5. 2 hits. 1 wound.
3-up. Yep.
Yep. That's them.
Want to fail that. Right, the Avengorii is going to all-out attack into the Arcanum.
Won't help.
No, it won't. Clearly not. I can't roll wounds or hits or like I can roll saves but not attacks. So our Nightmare Saber is 2s and 3s, 2s and 4s. Sorry. There we go. Wounding on 4s. Oh no, there we go. 2 at -1.
3 up save. Perfect.
Yep. And then 3 at 3s and 4s. 1 hit. For 1 save at -1.
3 up save. Nope.
Perfect.
Nope.
D6. For 2. Then D6 attacks with the tail.
Yep.
For 1 attack. Hits. Doesn't wound.
Good.
So that was effective. So the Arcanum.
Yep. Oh, you want effective, do you? 4 attacks, 2s and 4s.
Yep.
All hit.
Yep. Oh, that is effective.
That is effective. All wounds.
Yep, so 3 ups. Oh, I've actually taken some damage.
Good.
So 2 through.
2d3 damage for
5.
5 damage.
Wow, it's begun.
6s. So I've saved 1, take 4. Could have done with that. 4.
And 3 attacks, 2s and 4s again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep, 2 hits. This is 4s. There we go, 1 wound.
3 up again. 4. Yep, we saved that one at least. Right, Secretors. So be 4s and, yeah, just 4s and 4s. Well, that'll do.
That'll do.
And, oh, okay. So that's 4 saves at no rend.
4 up save.
That's all right.
And 5 up ward.
Yep. I'm done.
Same.
So at the end of the battle round, you'll score another 4 victory points.
Yep. So I'm sitting at 8 and you're sitting at
0.
0.
Yeah.
As we go into turn 3.
Right, so it'll be priority. Here we go. 5.
You keep it.
I keep it. I need to keep it because I need you to not rally that unit. So, be my hero phase.
Okay, that's the end of the hero phase for the vampires.
Yeah, it was as effective as usual. The bats healed a wound. We cast Spirit Gale on the Arcanum and it proceeded to do nothing. And then we did successfully cast Arcane Bolt, but the Incanter said no.
Good job.
Just breaking its vial. So it'll be into movement phase, which shall be brief.
End of the movement phase.
The bats have moved up to chase down the Sequitur, who tried to redeploy and rolled that magic 1. We've got no shooting anymore, so it'll be straight into charge phase. We have 1 charge to make with the bats into the Sequitur, which we do. Whee! No. And then at the end of the charge phase, no, it's got to have to be a roar again, which we get.
Stop shouting at her. Why?
Because I don't want you to be on a 2-up save. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, you would know that.
Yeah, I would know that. We will risk it for a biscuit. We'll go with the bats first.
Let me get my all-out defense token.
Yep.
There we go.
So 4s and 4s. That wouldn't have helped that much. 4s. So 3 saves, no rend.
3 up saves
1 through.
and a 5 up ward.
Yep. Stop that.
No, absolutely not. If I'm going to survive, I'm going to keep using my defensive ward ability.
Right.
Next, I think I am going to... Surely the Avengorii Lord can't survive another round of combat against Lord Arcanum.
On that note, all out defense.
4 attacks, 2s and 4s.
Yep.
All hit.
Yep. 2.
2 saves. Round 1, but not.
Yeah.
Fine.
Fine.
3 attacks, 2s and 4s.
Yep. All 3. And 1. Saved.
Right.
here we go. So the bats are going into the Sequitors. 6 attacks. They're quite hungry, it seems. They are hungry. So that's 4.
Hungry.
No rend.
4 up save.
1.
5 up ward. I don't even see what that was. 2.
Yeah.
Right.
So that actually...
That does kill 1, but I'll use Cycle of the Storm.
Yeah, figured. So then that'll be Sequitur, or Sequiturs next.
Yep. Yeah, 1 hammer and 1 sword into that. But at least it's my sergeant's hammer that's going into them.
Yep.
3s and 3s.
Right. So that's 2. And 2. 6. Nope. 4 damage. Nope. That. So yeah, 1 dies and 1 wound. Right.
3 and 4. Nothing.
Nothing.
And then that is 2 hammers and a sword into the Avengorii Lord.
Yep.
2 and 4
Mm-hmm.
for hammers.
So all hit. 1 save on the 2 up. Finally get the 1. This pleases me. So I take both. So
And 2 swords.
and 2 swords.
2 and 5. 2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
No rend.
No rend. 2 saves.
Oh, yeah.
Now the Vingorian is powered up.
I do not like the sound of a powered up Vengorian. I'm sure I'll be fine though.
Yeah. So this will be, I've got no bonuses to hit or wounds, so this will be 3s and 4s with the saber. For 3 hits. Come on. So 2 saves at -1.
3 up saves. Get them both.
Oh, Mystic Shield.
Mystic Shield.
Yeah. Gourd Wrench Talons, 4s and 4s. Boing. And 5 attacks with the tail. For 3 hits. And then wounding on 5s. Nope, nothing.
You have a strange definition of powered up.
Yeah. Well, if you'd failed your saves, it would have been some nice damage, but no.
That's true. That will be... No, it's not the end of combat.
It is not the end of combat. So the final Sequitur into the bats.
3s and 3s.
Yep. So that's all 3.
Just the 1.
So it's got rend, which is going straight through this time, so 2 damage, and I get my 6 up because I'm in range. So 1 wound. Oop. 1 wound on the bats. So now it's the end of combat.
Yep.
And that, yeah, there's no battle shocks to take, so it'll just be your turn. So at the end of the hero phase, what have we done?
So, heroic action, I healed my Lord Arcanum back up to full health again.
Yep, I also healed my Vengorian for 2 wounds, although then took another mortal wound from the spell from here,
Yep.
as well as on the bat. And then the Arcanum went for Arcane Bolt, but I successfully unbound it. And that was the hero phase.
Yep.
So, well, into movement.
On to movement.
Right, so at the end of the movement phase, this lonely Sequitur has retreated once again from the bats. There'll be no charges again.
Nope.
No shooting, so straight into combat.
Straight into combat.
Right. Oh, sorry. End of the charge phase. The obligatory roar. Yes.
Yep.
Right. So who's fighting first?
I am going to attack with the Sequiturs first.
Mm-hmm.
All out attack.
Yep. So what's the breakdown?
Why am I all out attacking? I already hit on.
You're already
No.
hitting.
Because it'll get... That was it. It gets rid of that bats. That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
So, I am putting just... Because it's just on the one wound, I'm just putting the hammer, the big hammer, from the sergeant into the bat.
Yep, and everything else into the Avengorii.
Everything else into the Avengorii.
The Avengorii is going to all-out defense.
So, into the bat, 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hit.
That'll do. 2
wounds.
So 6s. Nope. For 4 damage. And it is a little bit dead.
Good. Four attacks, 2s and 4s.
Mm-hmm.
With the big hammers. All hits. 1 wound.
2 up. Yep.
And 4 attacks, 2s and 5s, no rend. 1 miss.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Nothing. Ideal.
Your turn.
So Avengorii is now going to start putting attacks into the Sequitors because stuff clearly isn't working. So we've got the Saber into the Sequitors. 3s and 3s. Good start. So that's 2 saves. -1.
I'm on a 5-up save. 1.
So that's 2 damage.
You're wounded.
No, it's only if I've been wounded in that combat phase.
Oh, right, okay. Right, so 5-up ward.
Okay,
Nice.
that'll do. And then 3 attacks at 4s and 3s. So 2 hits and wounding on 3s. So that's 1 at -1.
5-up save. Good.
Stop it! 6 attacks with a tail. At 4s and 4s. And 1 save, no rend.
4-up save.
Yep.
Yep, good.
It's getting a bit silly.
This is getting a bit silly. So it'll be on to my Lord Arcanum,
Mhm.
having yet another go at the Avengorii.
Right, so the Arcanum trying yet again.
2s and 4s.
Yep. So that's 3.
Hits.
3 wounds.
Good.
On 2s. All 3.
All passed. And the claws. Hits. 2
2.
wounds.
Saved.
Yep. That's the end of combat.
It is the end of combat and you score 4 victory
I
points.
scored another 4 victory points.
Yeah, so basically you've won because I can only score a maximum of 8.
Yep. I want to play this out.
If we roll for priority, because I might get my 3rd spell off for the 8.
Okay.
Just for the quest. So you're probably going to score your quest as well. So you have it. In which case, it's not really going to make any difference then. Because that could grind forever.
I had a plan.
You did have a plan. Okay, we can go for it then.
So I do kind of want to kill her after all of this. But...
Yikes. Okay, here we go. So into Stormcast. I assume you're taking it then.
Yep, I'm
So
taking it.
So into Stormcast turn. End of the hero phase. So yeah, we went for... You went for the command point. And got it.
Yep.
I went for the heal and healed 2 wounds, but then took another 2 from an arcane bolt from the Arcanum. The Knight Incanter went for the Storm spell, which I successfully unbound this time. And the Sequitor has rallied one of his mates. And we're into movement phase now.
Yep.
So end of movement phase, what have we done?
So, the unit of Sequitors has retreated in order to let the Knight Incanter have a clear run at the Avengorii Lord. Because I will kill it. I've had enough of it.
And then over here.
I've just shuffled them up a bit so they are 3 inches away from the bats.
Yep. So again, there's no shooting, so straight into charges.
Yep.
So where are we starting? With the important one?
Starting with the important one.
So
Lightning
over
counter.
here.
I need a 6.
Needing a 6. We get the 6.
A 6. So straight into there.
Mm-hmm. And then, are we going here?
Yeah, I'm going to go there.
For a 7.
So pair of them. Get into the bats.
Into the bats. End of the charge phase. Gonna stomp the incanter. No, I'm not. Continue.
Oh, you let me use command points and everything.
Yeah.
Excellent. So my 2 models are not within 3 inches of each other, which is good.
Oh, yes. So you're not gonna kill yourself.
I'm not going to kill myself.
Right,
But
so
both of them are cracking 3 vials at the start of the combat phase.
that's 6 mortal wounds.
6 mortal wounds onto your Avengorii.
So I need to pass 4 6-ups to survive. And I do not. So the Avengorii dies. At long last.
Yes! It was a sad and tragic death.
Sad trombone. So it's just these over here.
Start the combat phase. In a break from tradition, I am putting the etheric power into their hammers.
Yep.
So
Means it's going to be a bit overkill.
so that they are going to do far more damage.
Yep.
And because I have the command point,
It died.
all out attack.
All out attack, yep.
Table in from Stormcast. I didn't see this coming. Oofed.
Right, 5 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
2s and 3s, round 1, 2 damage each.
Yep.
So, 4 hits. Oh, sorry. Reroll for the.
Yep.
There we go. 5 hits. 3s to wound.
That's 4.
4, round 1.
Straight through, so that's 8 damage.
This is brutal.
Needing 6s.
Monster killers.
The unit is still there with 1 wound.
Hey,
Whoop.
go on. Now. Oh boy. Just one's got on.
So that's 1 bat left. We might as well hit back. And does nothing. Yep. Right, so that's end of the turn. Into Gravelord's turn 4. Not that that's gonna.
What you can do
Yep.
is withdraw if you've lost half of your things, so that you're not
Yeah.
like totally because you can't win.
No.
So you can withdraw,
Yep.
and it ends there, and you don't risk losing the bat.
Yeah. That would deny his quest, would it as well? Because he's not
No,
currently.
he gets to continue. He gets
Ah,
to
okay.
take his last turn.
Right. So yeah, I'll just withdraw the bat in that case because I'm not going to be achieving mine
Okay.
or stopping you. So
And then I will just run. I have enough movement to make it to
yep.
that one as my last move.
Yep. Cool.
And what's the score at the end?
Oh, that'll be 20 points to nil.
Oofed.
Yeah.
Oofed. Big.
Big.
So we'll do the after phase, and then we'll do a quick recap.
So
Yep.
here are my wonderfully scrawled notes for the aftermath of my game against the Terror of the Red Death. Managed to get 8 glory points, all told, for participating and winning the battle. The Blades of Glory have been my favoured warriors of the battle for holding out with 1 model for as long as they did. As a result of that, they've earned the Defensive Formation talent. I completed my quest to hunt down an endless spell. I've added the Everblaze Comet to my roster, and with the glory that I earn, I have bought a unit of 5 Sequitors and a Celestar Ballista. Now my warband has embarked on its quest to search for the Mindlock Staff.
Right, here is the aftermath of my battle against Spagus Stormcast in our Path to Glory campaign. I earned 5 glory for participating in the battle and having the major loss. My Terrorgeist was injured, starting the next battle with 3 wounds allocated to it. My favoured warriors were the Fellbats, who have yet to earn enough points to gain a rank. I completed my quest to master my magical lore, so I now have pinions on my roster. Didn't capture any territory. The favoured Fellbats also took 1 casualty. I spent some of my glory to add 10 skeletons to my roster, and I've begun my new quest to defend my realm. And that is that.